Sales isn't about being nice to somebody or becoming somebody's best friend. Now, you don't need to use manipulation because, by definition, that's being dishonest for your own personal gain, but you do have to use psychological tricks throughout the conversation. Now, manipulation in and of itself is literally being dishonest with somebody or pressuring them into your own personal gain as far as the commission breath. Now, I'm not saying you can't use psychology and persuasion as far as influencing somebody to actually move them in the right direction. However, right, you'd also be doing that person a disservice if you didn't challenge them to be their best self. For psychology, that's just how people make decisions, their natural behaviors, as well as those status and identity drivers as far as what influences them to actually make decisions and who they want to become. Now, some of you guys are fucking sleazy old card salesmen. However, if you're in sales and you're a really good sales rep, all you're doing is asking questions. You're not assuming anything. That person's literally answering you and giving you the feedback you need to move them in the right direction in order to actually change their situation and get to the version of themselves they're trying to become. Now, obviously, that person has limiting beliefs that held them back in the past. That's the reason they're on the call. But what kind of fucking sales rep would you be if you allowed that person to do the exact same things they've been doing that hasn't actually got them to the life or results they want? You have to understand as well, the person's on the call for a reason. They need help with something, whether that's in their business, whether that's throughout their everyday life and they're trying to create change for themselves. So all you have to do is literally break down where they're at, why they haven't actually got to where they want to be. And that's where you're going to get the limiting belief and use the psychological advantage as far as pointing that person in the right direction. But if you're just straight up manipulating people as far as being dishonest, not actually creating that pathway as far as the truth and respect, that's where the issue comes with most sales reps. And that's the exact fine line between manipulating somebody as well as using psychology to your advantage to actually point that person in the right direction.